I would like to give you a basic concept of active voice and passive voice. Now, when you say active, open your eyes wide. Active. A sentence contains three main parts. One is, so I is actually performing this action. That is why this is what we call active voice. There are some sentences where in order to make the passive voice, you have to change the verb. There is a common concept that whenever we make passive voice, we should use by. No. Alright, I would like to give you a basic concept of active voice and passive voice. You know, active and passive. Now, when you say active, open your eyes wide. Active. Now say passive. Close your eyes and say passive. Passive. Active voice and passive voice. Whenever we talk about a subject, a sentence contains three main parts. One is subject. Second is verb or verb. Good. Verb. Okay. And third one is object. Subject, verb and object. Now, verb is what we call action word. What do we call verb? Action word. So verb performs action. Now, if the action is being performed by subject, that is active voice. If subject is performing action. For example, if I say, I eat mangoes. I eat mangoes. What is subject? I. What is the verb? Eat. Now this action of eating is being performed by subject. Subject is active. Active subject. For example, if I say, I speak English. I speak English. What's the verb? Speak. What's the subject? I. So I is actually performing this action. That is why this is what we call active voice. Now for a second, think about this sentence. Mangoes are eaten all over the world. Mangoes are eaten all over the world. What is the subject? Mangoes. Now, are mangoes performing any action? Mangoes are eaten. Aam khaye jate hain. Mangoes are eaten all over the world. This sentence is passive voice. I speak English. English is spoken all over the world. English is spoken. Okay? So, English is spoken. Which voice is it? Passive. Why? Because subject is inactive. When subject is inactive, we call it passive voice. All clear? Yes. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to learn the passive voice of three major tenses and how to use it. Okay? We've got three major tenses. One is present simple. We call it present indefinite. Second is past simple. We call it past indefinite. And third is future simple, and we call it future indefinite. Okay? Now, let's write a sentence and then we convert it to past and then we convert it to future. Okay? That's right. Let's see. If I say this thing, people are cheated. I cheat people. People are cheated. What does it mean? लोगों को धोखा दिया जाता है. People are cheated. Okay, if I say this thing, people are fooled by politicians. For example, okay, people are fooled. लोगों को बेवकूफ और बेवकूफ बेवकूफ. Okay, लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाया जाता है. Is this clear? Which voice is it? Passive voice. Now listen. In passive voice, we always use third form of the verb. All 12 tenses, whenever you make passive voice, you will use third form of the verb. Well done. People are fooled. Now, what is past of that? People were Fooled. What does it mean? लोगों को बेवकूफ बनाया गया. Past tense. And future? What's the future?
People will be fooled.
People will be fooled. People will be fooled. Is this clear? Now, I'm going to come to you. You got to just make sure subject is going to be passive and verb third form. If it is present, is MR third form. If it is past, was word third form. If it is future, will be. Will be and shall we don't use in English. Modern English, shall is not used. Will be and third form of the verb. Okay, now let's see. Present continuous tense. Let's take the example of present continuous tense. This is clear? Yes? Go ahead.
If there is a preposition between object and subject, like he goes to school.
Okay, now listen. There are some sentences where in order to make the passive voice, you have to change the verb. Right? I go to school. School is gone by me. No, not at all. Okay, that's silly. That's rather stupid if you say school is gone by me. So, listen, first you need to see why do you need passive voice, right? For instance, I have a glass. So it's a glass of water. Now I say, I break the glass. At my home, I say, I break the glass, right? What does it mean? मैं glass तोड़ता हूँ. Okay, for example, you have broken the glass. And after that, what do you say? Would you, just do one thing, go back home, break a glass and tell your mother, Mama, मैंने glass तोड़ दी है. I have broken the glass. I have broken the glass. What does it mean? मैंने glass तोड़ दिया. Mean उठाया, ठा, मारा and all. दिल तो चाह रहे लेकिन नहीं. Okay, right? Now what's the passive voice? Glass has been broken by me. Glass मुझसे टूट गया है. टूट गया है. When you say this, it means you didn't do it deliberately. You didn't do it on purpose. Glass has been broken by me. I'm so sorry about that. No problem. And if you say, I have broken the glass, कर लो जो करना है. मैंने glass तोड़ा है, ठीक है? So do you understand now? Active voice, passive voice. When things are done unintentionally, for example, I have broken the glass means intentionally. Glass has been broken by me and I'm so sorry about that. This is passive voice. So there also you use passive voice. Now coming back to your question, where you were asking me about I go to school. Over here, you have to change the verb. You cannot say, I go to school, passive voice, school is gone by me, or anything like that. You will use the passive voice, I am sent to school. मैं स्कूल जाता हूँ, मुझे स्कूल भेजा जाता है. I am sent to school. So this is how you make passive voice. And one more thing, there is a common concept that whenever we make passive voice, we should use by. No, it's not necessary. It depends. If you want to use by, if you want to talk about the agent who did that work, then you can use by. Otherwise, without by, your sentence is correct. No problem. Okay, passive voice is complete. Now, let's go on. The next thing is, I am speaking English. I am speaking English. What is passive voice? English is being, ing form. English is being spoken. And by me is not compulsory. English is being spoken. Excuse me for my handwriting. My mother used to do my homework when I was small. Yeah. She used to complete my copies and all that. She used to say, "Kam se kam copy mein kuch to likha ho." I was such a bad child. All right. Yeah, it's my mom who actually brought me here. Otherwise, शायद मैं किसी welding की दुकान पे टांके लगा रहा होता. But that's not a bad job. That's a good job as well. But the thing is, my mother brought me to this education. So sometimes the decisions of your parents, they are very important. One day, my mom decided to send me to seminary, to madrasa. She said, अगर तू दुनिया का नहीं तो आखिरत का तो बन जा. And I packed my bag. I wore the cap. I was holding tasbih in my hand कि ठीक है अब मैं हिफ्स करूँगा and all that. But then again I came back to education. मैं स्कूल से 3-4 दफ़ा भागा हूँ. 2 दफ़ा घर से भागा था अकेला. Yeah, let me tell you, okay? Yeah, अकेला भागा था, फिर वापस आ गया था, right? So I'm such an emotional type of person. मेरी history सुन के जब मेरे ख़ानदान में मेरी फैमिली के बच्चे अपने माँ बाप को तंग करते हैं तो माँ बाप पता है क्या कहते हैं? कोई बात नहीं, असद भी तो करता था, सही हो गया, ये भी सही हो जाएंगे, ठीक है? मतलब मैं एक बुरी मिसाल बन गया. और मेरे बचपन में मेरे फादर एक दिन मेरे ताया को कहते कि मेरे 2 बच्चे ले लो, अपना एक हमें दे दो. इतने गंदे बच्चे होते थे हम 2 भाई. लाइक मी नो फादर विल से दैट कि हमारे 2 लेके अपना आपके बड़े साफ सुथरे अच्छे बच्चे हैं, एक हमें दे दें, हमारे 2 लिए. सच्ची बातें बता रहा हूँ. ओके, सो एनीवेज, English is being spoken. Now you can say English is being spoken in this class. इस क्लास में English बोली जा रही है. Past tense. English. Remember, it's only the verb that changes the sentence from present to past. So is will be converted to was. Future will and be. Now why be? Will is for future and is will be converted to be. Basically, you know, the original form of is MR is what? Be. Yeah, be, and then we get is MR in present and was were in the past tense. And future will be, and that's it. Okay? So future tense, English will be spoken. English will be being spoken here. यहाँ English बोली जा रही होगी. All clear? Now let's go on. One thing more, and then we're gonna finish this grammar side. Passive voice is very important. You guys are attending writing classes as well, written English classes, no?
It was our previous class.
So you attended that already. So in that also passive voice is important. Okay, now we've got present perfect. Present perfect. Simple example. I have broken the glass. Passive voice. Glass has been broken by me. Glass मुझसे टूट गया है. Okay. Glass मुझसे टूट गया है. Is this clear? Has been, have been, and all that. In the same way, what will be the past? Glass had been broken by me. Glass मुझसे टूट गया था, टूट चुका था, like that. Okay. And future, glass will have been broken by me. That's it. Okay. So this is present, past, future, and we learn to make active to passive. Sometimes we only use passive sentences. It is compulsory when you don't want to highlight the subject, then you use, for example, you will be informed about it. You will be, what does it mean? आपको इसके बारे में बता दिया जाएगा. कौन बताएगा? पता नहीं. See, so when we want to hide the subject, then we use such type of things. So passive voice is important, and we can make passive voice of all 12 tenses, but mainly we use passive voice of 9 tenses. Present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect. That's it. And then past indefinite, past perfect, past continuous, future indefinite, future perfect, and future continuous. That's it. 9 tenses. Okay? All right. Thank you.